two fighters from two different worlds. One, the undefeated king of boxing.
Division still undefeated. Mayweather.
The other, the young Mexican prodigy destined for greatness.
Like Chris said earlier.
Oh, and a 1-2, and that just saps.
But when Floyd Mayweather and Canelo Alvarez finally stepped into the same ring, history was changed forever.
This fighter of his era, but now Canelo with a straight right hand.
He's masked it very well.
But their story didn't begin there. It began long before, in the places where these fighters were forged. Floyd Mayweather Jr. was born in 1977 in Grand Rapids, Michigan. For him, boxing wasn't just something he grew up around, it was his entire world. His father, Floyd Mayweather Sr., was a fighter. His uncles, Roger and Jeff, were fighters too.
First, I want to thank the good man upstairs for giving me this opportunity to win the national championship. And second of all, I want to thank my father.
Even as a kid, Floyd stood out. His speed, his sharp reflexes, and his skill made him different from everyone else. But it wasn't just natural talent. He trained harder than anyone, always chasing perfection, always making sure that every move, every punch, every step was done without mistakes. In 1996, he went to the Olympics, brought home a bronze medal, and turned professional right after. That was the moment the boxing world began to realize they were watching someone special.
Toughest fighters in the amateurs, and Cooper is. And referee Mitch Halprin watching as Floyd gets ready to go over to the neutral corner for the second time.
Year after year, he rose higher. By the 2000s, Floyd Mayweather wasn't just undefeated, he was untouchable. People called him money because he brought in millions every time he stepped into the ring. But while Mayweather was building his empire and becoming untouchable, far away in Mexico, a young fighter was just beginning his journey. Santos Saúl Canelo Alvarez was born in 1990 in Guadalajara, Mexico. He was the youngest of 8 brothers, and life wasn't easy.
A ver la vida diferente, ¿no? A ver la vida ya de diferente manera a un niño, ¿no? Quizás a lo mejor no tuve la infancia que cualquier niño puede tener o tiene.
At just 15 years old, while most teenagers were worrying about school or hanging out with friends, Canelo was fighting grown men in the ring. He fought often, learned fast, and knocked out opponents with crushing power. By the time he was 20, he had already won a world title. His style, relentless pressure, heavy combinations, and fearless courage reminded fans of the legends who came before him, like Julio Cesar Chavez, Marco Antonio Barrera, and Eric Morales.
Yo no soy normal, y no vine a ser normal a este mundo, vine a hacer esto que estoy haciendo, y siempre Dios sabe por qué hace las cosas.
Mexico had found their next great warrior. And Canelo carried that weight with pride. He didn't avoid challenges, he wanted the biggest names, the hardest tests, and standing above them all was Floyd Mayweather. By 2013, the stage was set for a generational clash. Floyd Mayweather was 36 years old, undefeated, and widely seen as the best fighter alive. Canelo Alvarez was only 23, also undefeated, and already carrying the hopes of millions of Mexican fans on his shoulders. This fight wasn't just about a championship belt, it was about legacy. It was about whether the greatest of his time could keep ruling, or if the young lion would rise and take the throne. The excitement was electric, the build-up was massive. The MGM Grand in Las Vegas was packed with fans who knew they were about to witness history.
The atmosphere is electric. The biggest boxing match of the year is upon us.
On September 14th, 2013, the announcer's voice boomed across the arena, and 2 unbeaten fighters walked into the ring.
Floyd Mayweather is stolen 21-0 in championship affairs with 10 of those wins. Alvarez telling us that he's never fought to his potential, but that's because he's never had an opponent to bring it out.
From the opening bell, Canelo came forward with strength and determination. He wanted to use his power to land his big punches, to make a statement, but Mayweather's reflexes were sharp as a blade.
The one has begun.
Canelo undaunted though.
Every time Canelo attacked, Floyd slipped away. He countered with clean jabs and lightning-fast right hands.
Floyd flashes the jab. Canelo with the high guard. Canelo attacks the body with the left and right.
It's composed and now Floyd backing up again. Lead right hand there. He's back to his boxing.
Round after round, the pattern became obvious. Canelo had the power, but Mayweather had the control.
Even from a distance, making an effort to get to the body, and his defense has been solid.
Things are just percolating here.
Floyd dictated everything. The pace of the fight, the distance between them, even when and where exchanges happened. Whenever Canelo thought he had Floyd trapped, Mayweather escaped and landed a punch of his own. It was like chasing a shadow that hit back harder each time.
More in the ring. Lead left hook by Canelo again. Mayweather smothers him as he comes inside.
And then they hold, and then he's going to have to be desperate.
The crowd roared whenever Canelo connected, but those moments were rare. Soon, Canelo's frustration began to show.
Nice right hand by Mayweather off the jab.
He threw combinations, body shots, uppercuts. Nothing worked. Mayweather was fighting smart, and smart was winning.
Someone to give Mayweather a competitive fight.
He'll use the touch jab to land the right hand. In fact, he jabbed in two different places to try and land the right hand.
In round 10, Canelo found some success, landing multiple stiff jabs that pushed Mayweather back briefly and earned loud cheers from the crowd.
Oh, there's a right hand. And now Canelo just blitzing the body.
For a moment, it looked like he was breaking through, but Floyd adjusted instantly.
That right with impunity, and if it is hurting him, he's masked it very well.
In the final round, Canelo pushed forward with everything he had left, determined to land something big. But Mayweather stayed calm, slipping punches and firing back sharp counters.
In the 12th round, Canelo trying to cut him off and working the body. Floyd Mayweather has not lost a step. 30 seconds now remaining in the fight.
By the time the bell rang, it was clear to everyone. Mayweather had dominated from start to finish.
Mayweather remains money in Las Vegas.
Floyd Mayweather remained undefeated, while Canelo Alvarez tasted defeat for the very first time. This fight was more than just a contest. It was the moment the world saw the difference between greatness and greatness still in the making. For Mayweather, it was another chapter in his legendary career. For Canelo, it was a painful lesson that would fuel his rise to become a champion for the ages. What are your thoughts on their journey and their fight? Share them in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.